Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another Tuesday here in Red Dead Online. This week's update lasts from today, September the 24th, all the way through Monday, September the 30th, and with it comes some more free items and rewards. This is going to be the final week of the September event, and so today on the show, we're going to be talking about the rewards that you can claim, as well as I'll also be giving you guys a reminder of all of our big money and gold bonuses and the great discounts so that you don't miss out before this event wraps up here in-game, because we only have 1 week left. Now, if you're playing, hopefully you've been putting in some work with all this because it's been a wild month for some gold earning, and so we're going to jump in. With all that said, let's get started. Jumping into this week's limited time free reward that you can claim right now. You can get the brown boottail hat all the way up until September the 30th as long as you capture at least 3 bounties this week. Last week, we had an opportunity to get 50 shotgun slugs through the same method. The week before was 3 Gravesend Bolus, so both of those weeks were pretty mediocre. But the week before that, we had the beige morning tailcoat, so hopefully you were able to claim that as well. Now, here's an opportunity to get some additional player gifts. You just need to complete the small requirement that we'll be talking about coming up next. So if you win the featured series this month, you will get the black Dillahay hat as a free item reward. If you complete a legendary bounty, you'll receive 3 Hawkmoth Bolus. If you complete an infamous bounty, you will receive 3 potent miracle tonics and 50 split point repeater ammo. If you participate in the Manhunt or Day of Reckoning Bounty Hunter free roam events, which of course require the Bounty Hunter role, you will receive the black and white Shaffer chaps. And if you complete your Bounty Hunter daily challenges for 3 days in a row, you will get the tan and black Levitt jacket. And when it comes to this week's money bonuses, of course, just a reminder here in case you haven't really been taking advantage, we have a great month, and so it's going to be wrapping up soon, but we do have double gold, double money, and double XP for legendary and infamous bounties that are continuing this week. Double money, double XP, and double roll XP on the standard free roam bounty missions. We have double money, double roll XP, and double ability card XP on the Bounty Hunter free roam events, as well as quadruple XP on the featured series game modes. For your discounts, you can get 5 gold bars off the prestigious Bounty Hunter license. That will allow you to take advantage of the 3 newer legendary bounties that were added with that update, along with all of the infamous bounties across the bounty boards in the open world of Red Dead Online. We have 50% off Bolus, 50% off all throwing knives, 50% off all shotguns and shotgun style customizations. This is of course for the sawed-off shotgun, the double barrel, the pump action shotgun, the repeating shotgun, as well as the semi-auto shotgun. 40% off all riding and Mustang class horses. The riding horses you could probably skip out on, but get some of those newer Mustangs that cost $500 because they don't have any level requirement for unlocking them and buying them, and they also have maximum health rings and stamina rings. We also have 40% off all gun belts, ponchos, and hats in the game. 30% off the Bounty Hunter outfits like the Wikini, the Bullard, the Garwood, the Carthage, and the Thorogood outfits. We have 30% off the prestigious Bounty Hunter's Lamat Revolver weapon variant, which is just the Lamat Revolver with a cool cosmetic skin on it, as well as 30% off the Bounty Hunter wagon, which is super useful for transporting multiple targets you capture, along with the wagon tints for one of those wagons for 30% off. When it comes to this week's returning limited stock clothing, we do have the Concho pants featured here, the Irwin coat, the furred gloves, the Calhoun boots, the Monasco hat, and the Hopeman vest, along with 2 outfits, which are the Danube outfit as well as the Tasman outfit. And then this week's community-inspired free outfit featured by Don Mosh. Rockstar has featured the Kennedy hat, the Walden coat, the Hopeman vests, the collar overshirt for male characters or the Winford shirtwaist for females, the tuxedo pants for male characters, and the fitted pants for females, the Becker half chaps, and the Serrata boots. And then this week's featured series calendar game mode is Hardcore Head for the Hills. Now next up, let's check out a top tier legendary bounty on 5-star difficulty so you can see just how much gold, money, and XP you can make for the optimal amount of time spent on this mission. So I think for today's video, what we're gonna do is the Red Ben Clemson legendary bounty. This is probably the one out of all legendary bounties in the game, honestly. I struggle with the most just because of those enemies that are rocking the repeating shotguns and the sawed-off shotguns in the train cars. You got to go about this mission in the right way, because if you're not careful, you're basically going to get one-shotted by one of those guys. I actually didn't even realize when I started this mission, I forgot to change my horse specialty to my other one. So this Flaxen Roan Tennessee Walker is now rocking a default saddle. That's good. So what I like to do, actually, this is the strategy that I find works best, is approaching the front of the train. That way you could stop it. And usually when you get this spawn of the train, it's pretty nice because it's right next to a trail, so your bounty wagon won't be too far from you when you call it in or anything like that. Simply, of course, you know, shove this guy out of the train, stop the train. That way you could be on foot to fight all these other enemies. I wouldn't focus on clearing out each individual train car just yet. I would focus on clearing out all these enemies first. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I mean, there's going to be some on the train cars right here that you can't really do anything about. You have to shoot them, right? Not that you can't do anything about, as in, like, you can't kill them, but you need to make sure that you kill them just so they don't actually kill you. So you're gonna get probably about 3 waves of enemies here that are all gonna come on horseback. They're gonna try and kill you. Focus on all these guys first. Use the train for cover, things like that. I wouldn't, you know, like I was saying, wouldn't worry about the enemies on the train cars just yet. None of your bounty targets on Red Bend Clemson are going to run away unless they break out of a lasso and you get too far away. Like, say if you're bringing them to a bounty wagon, whatever the case is. But all these guys, you know, they're just going to keep trying to kill you here. So we'll wait for the next set of enemies that should be rolling up on us. Right now, as we can see, you probably spend, what, maybe 2 or 3 minutes fighting these guys first. Then I recommend you go to the train car and clear out basically everyone there. Keep using your eagle eye to see where the targets are. That way you don't accidentally kill one of the actual bounty targets you need to bring to the Tumbleweed Jail. And the mission is fairly straightforward. That's all you need to do. Bring him to jail and you're good to go. The real challenge is just remembering the fact that a bunch of these enemies actually have those repeating shotguns and those sawed-off shotguns like I was talking about. And the unfortunate thing about it is you should always be tonicked up with like either a special or a potent health cure. As you can see, all my tonics have worn off. I'm gonna take some. I don't really need them right now. At the very least, I should take a minty big game to make sure that my health core is fortified, because if I don't, that is when you can get one-shotted by those things. Because say if you get really weak and they take off basically all the health from your health ring, all that's left is your health core. And you want to make sure that's fortified with gold, you know, either from minty big game or really any other way to get your health core specifically fortified. You know, your stamina and your deadeye doesn't really matter all too much in a mission like this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take another potent health core. As you can see, these guys are still rolling up on horseback. They haven't completely stopped spawning yet. I think that could actually be the last one. No, it looks like we got like 1 or 2 more. They're so far away, though. I'm going to start working on these train cars. So I'm going to work my way from the front to the back. Just go down the line here and just start killing everyone. Take cover, you know, on all the different places that you need to, behind the crates, things like that. As you can see, we have our bounty target in this train car. So what I'm going to do is kill this guy, if I can. And then we're also going to kill his buddy, who's standing right here. That leaves this actual target. That is the bounty I need to take down. So I'm going to go in with a lasso. I need to get out of cover, but what I'm going to do is go here with a lasso. And we're going to lasso him. That leaves 2 more targets left. These 2 usually are kind of like close together, funny enough. So I want to make sure that I could kind of spread out, keep my distance, and then I can take him down. As you can see, all these guys aren't too much of a problem. You just keep working your way down all the train cars. These guys kind of just have repeating shotguns, but the bounty targets themselves have the repeating shotguns and the sawed-offs, and those are the guys you want to watch out for. So like we could probably kill that guy. I think we could kill him. Oh, you know what's nice actually? These guys are all spread out, so this is perfect. We don't have to worry about 2 of the targets being close together, which funny enough is usually how it is. You usually see these 2 targets towards the back of the train basically right next to each other, and that's really tough because you don't want to kill one, right? So you want to go in either with like a bolus or try and lasso them, but you risk them just using their shotgun on you and killing you. But honestly, this is kind of an easy variant we're getting blessed with here, because now we could just go up to this guy, take him down. Like I said, they're not going to break out of the lasso unless you get too far away from them, and the game will just be like, oh, you lost him and you fail. So now we can see our last bounty target right here. So I'm going to go in. We're going to take this guy down as well. Look out for anyone else with shotguns, things like that. Now all these guys are secured. I need to bring them into the bounty wagon, but before I do, I'm going to go clear out the rest of the train cars. Now remember, while you're doing this, there should be a ton of lootable items like potent health cures, miracle tonics, things like that. And so you could totally use those to your advantage. Take those if you want, things like that. I've cleared out some of the train cars. I don't want to get too far away from any of these bounty targets, so now I'm going to call my bounty wagon. Who is this? That guy, I didn't know that guy was alive right there. I never even noticed him when I hogtied this guy, so it's good that he didn't come back to kill me. So I'm going to throw these guys in the bounty wagon. And we're 7 minutes and 15 seconds into the mission. I want to wait till that 12-minute mark to get the optimal amount of gold and money. While you bring these bounty targets in, if you need to spend more time on this mission to get that optimal gold and money, feel free to loot all the bodies on these missions. I just haven't looted the corpses just yet, just because I'm still focused on the bounty targets. But that's something you could do to still earn a little bit of money from, and collectibles or chances at collectibles, things like that, while you drag out the timer. You don't actually need to just sit around and wait, unless, you know, you've done absolutely everything in the mission, of course. And here's Red Ben. We're going to pick him up and also throw him in the bounty wagon. So we'll chuck him in there. Mr. Red Ben, you're going to jail, sir. Enjoy your stay. We'll be seeing you later. All right, now let's go to the Tumbleweed Jail, and we can finish this mission in 3 minutes. I just hit 12 minutes on my timer. Now it's time to start finishing this mission. Of course, we just waited around for another 2 minutes and 30 seconds to 3 minutes here, just to hit that 12-minute mark. Now the bounty is done. I cannot wait to see our payout. It should be 64 gold nuggets and $450. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. $358, sorry. 450 would have been for 30 minutes spent. I totally mixed that up. But there we go. 64 gold nuggets, $348. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. For an easy, you know, take into account loading times, 13, 14 minutes of your time, and you just made 350 bucks right there. Super fast, super easy. Not necessarily super easy if you struggle with these legendary bounties, but easy enough for your amount of time spent, that's for sure. It would take a lot longer and a lot more time to actually make $350 during other methods with other money bonuses, things like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys all have a fantastic day. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Drop a like if you guys want to see more content like this. Check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. And I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.